Hi guys, Sportsia News Briefs. England punish Pakistan, score record first day test total. Germany will fight for World Cup survival. Messi and Argentina cruise past Poland into last 16. Madrid consider signing Azpilicueta after Barca's unsuccessful attempt. Chameleon Rodrygo eyeing Neymar's spot for Brazil. Bears and Packers tied with 786 franchise wins, meet Sunday for most wins in NFL history. Malik Monk proves worthy of Mike Brown's 6th Man of Year hype in Kings win. Now the news in detail. England punish Pakistan, score record first day test total. 4 of England's top 5 batsmen smashed rapid hundreds in a record-breaking day of batting as the visitors racked up 506-4 on the opening day of the first test against Pakistan in Rawalpindi on Thursday. It is the first time in Test cricket that 500 runs have been scored on the first day. On a flat track and against a Pakistan attack that included 3 debutants, England's batting looked like a continuation of the victorious campaign at the T20 World Cup in Australia. Openers Zach Crawley (122) and Ben Duckett (107) combined in a 233-run stand to give England a blazing start. Number 3 batsman Ollie Pope made 108 while Harry Brook, who was unbeaten on 101 off 81 balls, illustrated their approach best when he smashed 6 fours in an over from Saad Shakil. Ben Stokes was batting on 34 when bad light stopped play, doubtless to the relief of the Pakistan camp. World Cup 2022. Germany will fight for World Cup survival. Germany will battle to avoid the humiliation of another first-round exit at the World Cup on Thursday, while Belgium's golden generation will be fighting for their lives when they face Croatia. Despite being holders, Germany were eliminated at the group stage 4 years ago in Russia, and they are desperate to avoid a repeat when they play Costa Rica in Group E. The Germans suffered a stunning opening defeat to Japan but salvaged a draw with Spain in their next game. Germany must beat Costa Rica to stand a chance of progressing, and even then goal difference could still be a factor. Costa Rica began their campaign on the wrong end of a 7-0 defeat to Spain, but they proved their mettle with a subsequent 1-0 win over Japan and are still in contention to qualify. Messi and Argentina cruise past Poland into last 16. Argentina qualified for the next round after a very easy win over Poland. Argentina dominated the contest from start to finish and would have led at the interval had Messi's penalty not been saved by goalkeeper Szczęsny. It was the 31st penalty the PSG man had missed in his career. Scaloni's side took the lead moments into the second period through Alexis Mac Allister, and then Julian Alvarez got the second after 68 minutes. Poland never looked like scoring, and the fact Mexico only beat Saudi Arabia 2-1 meant they progressed on goal difference. Premier League. Madrid consider signing Azpilicueta after Barca's unsuccessful attempt. Chelsea defender Cesar Azpilicueta is in the spotlight in Spain. Last summer, Barcelona and Atletico Madrid were targeting him. Xavi Hernandez's side were the ones who came closest to signing him, but Chelsea managed to renew him until the summer of 2024. The journalist Rob Prattley, who often appears on BBC, reported Madrid's interest in the player via his Twitter account. He said that what most attracts the fullback to Real Madrid is his versatility and leadership. The journalist thinks that he can be a true leader for the new generations. From Stamford Bridge, they are not closed to negotiating for their player as long as the board find a good replacement for the position. Graham Potter, just as Thomas Tuchel did, has faith in him. For that reason, Chelsea will be looking for his replacement. Azpilicueta has been at Chelsea since the 2012-13 season, when he joined from Lyon. This year, he has been with the Blues for 10 consecutive seasons. He has played more than 40 competitive matches in a single season. However, the defender is focused on the World Cup. Chameleon Rodrygo eyeing Neymar's spot for Brazil. Rodrygo is the complete striker. The 21-year-old Brazilian can play on the left, the right, as a number 10 or as a false 9. And after his decisive second-half performance against Switzerland on Monday, he looks well-placed to finally earn his first start for the Selecao, maybe even in Neymar's playmaker role. Substitute Rodrygo up Casemiro's late goal in their 1-0 win against the Swiss, which followed a 2-0 victory against Serbia in their World Cup opener. Brazil have already qualified for the last 16 ahead of Friday's final Group G clash against Cameroon, and coach Tite is likely to make changes, with Neymar still nursing an ankle injury sustained in their opening match. Casemiro believes Rodrygo, who plays for Real Madrid, has the talent to be Brazil's next big star. NFL. Bears and Packers tied with 786 franchise wins, meet Sunday for most wins in NFL history. For more than a century, the Bears have been the winningest franchise in NFL history. That could change on Sunday. The Packers and Bears are currently tied with 786 wins in franchise history, so the winner of the game on Sunday will have the title as the winningest team in league history. If that's the Packers, it will mean a team other than the Bears owns the title of winningest franchise in NFL history for the first time since before they were called the Bears and before the league was called the NFL. In 1920 and 1921, when what is now the NFL was called the American Professional Football Association, the franchise that is now the Bears and was then called the Staleys won the most games, and that team has remained the NFL's all-time winningest franchise for more than a century since then. The Packers entered the league just a year after the Bears did and had plenty of success in their early years, but the Bears had plenty of success too, and the Packers weren't able to gain significant ground on the Bears in the franchise win total until the arrival of Brett Favre, and then Aaron Rodgers. Since Favre arrived in Green Bay in 1992, the Packers have won 85 more games than the Bears. 3 decades of first-ballot Hall of Fame quarterbacks are good for a franchise's win total. This has been a disappointing season for Rodgers, but he likes to say that he owns the Bears, and owning the franchise win total record that has long belonged to the Bears would be an achievement for Rodgers and the Packers to celebrate. NBA. Malik Monk proves worthy of Mike Brown's 6th Man of Year hype in Kings win. The storylines heading into the Kings clash against the Indiana Pacers all centered around the first on-court meeting between Domantas Sabonis and Tyrese Haliburton on their new teams. But before Kings coach Mike Brown began his pre-game media availability Wednesday at Golden One Center, he addressed another issue on his mind. Monk finished the month of November collecting the second most total points, 241, among NBA reserves. In those the 14th of November games, Monk averaged 17.2 points and 4.6 assists per contest while shooting 53% from the floor and making countless acrobatic finishes at the rim. On Wednesday night, Monk was one of 7 Kings players to score in double figures against Indiana. Terrence Davis was the other bench player in double figures, chipping in 15 points. The two combined for perhaps the highlight of the night. Davis scored 2 of the Kings' 31 fast break points with a vicious dunk in transition to give Sacramento a 30-point lead with 7:54 to play. Monk then swiped a lazy Pacers inbounds pass and lofted it above the rim, where Davis ushered it to the bottom of the net and sent the sellout crowd of 17,611 fans on their feet. For more sports updates, please keep watching our YouTube channel Sportsia or visit our Twitter handle.